Mike Brookfield here. This is number 5, Notation for Guitarists series. I hope you're doing okay with this. I know it's hard. We're just doing one note a week, but like it's starting to get really tricky now, having to deal with C, D, E, F, and now I'm going to pile on G on top of all of that stuff. So go to mikebrookfield.com and download the PDF, and that'll make practicing much more easy because you can just see it all on one piece of paper and you can just chip away at parts every day. But the main mission with this series is get you used to dealing with notation and not to be afraid of it, and just to do it in a progressive system where I deal with one note at a time. And it's not really about being the greatest sight reader or anything like that. It's just about having the knowledge of notation so you can analyze and you can join in with all the other musicians communicating in that language, if you like. They've been doing it for 500 years for a reason. Okay, so let's do the note of G this week. So, okay, sitting on top of the stave is this G here. 1st string, 3rd fret. So I like to be able to verbalize where the note is. So sitting on top of the stave, G. Okay, you can also play it 2nd string 8, 3rd string 12, 4th string 17, 5th string 22. So, you know, that is the issue with the guitar. You can play that note so many different places, but that doesn't scare us. We're cool with that, aren't we? Okay, you just drill that, just do that over and over again for a few days, and then you've got the next G. 3rd string open. Can also be played like when we tune the guitar. 4th string 5, 5th string 10, 6th string 15. So just go through those notes. It's no big deal. That's where it lives on the stave. Okay, now right up the dusty end. It's not always practical to be reading on many extra ledger lines above the stave. But again, we're going to be talking about 8 VA soon, which is where you can just write 8 VA over a note, and that means take it up the octave. But I'm going to keep it simple still. If you add 4 extra ledger lines above the stave, that note is a G. And you do see this in tab books. You know, you'll be looking at the tab and then you'll be looking at the notation. That's the ideal thing, is that when you have a tab book, you can be using both the notation and the tab. So it's obviously very common for guitar players to go up here. So there it is. 1st string 15, 2nd string 20. So just get used to that. Don't be afraid of all of those extra ledger lines. Yeah, I just had to count them then again myself to check. Yep, there's 4. Okay, let's go for the low G now. So you've got the 6th string 3. There's only one place to play that note. There it is. So just go through those Gs, you know, in order of the chart. And just go through that. And you can feel confident, at least you've done some groundwork on knowing where the notes are on the guitar, which is, you know, everybody else on their instrument knows where the notes are. Okay, so let's go and apply this to the cage system now, aren't we? So again, we'll go through our cage system in the key of C. There's our 2 Cs, C form, 2 Cs, A form, C's in the G form, C's in the E form, C's in the D form. So we're really going to be a master of the cage system in the key of C, aren't we? That's going to really stand to us working through these lessons. Okay, I'm going to put the metronome on, and you'll see now there's 8th notes rhythms written in. So the rhythm is going to be 1 and 2 and 3, 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. So you're playing, because we have to put more notes in each bar now. So rhythmically, you're having to deal with a little bit more. So here we go, 80. 80 is the magic number. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. C's. There's our first line. And again, 1, 2, 3, 4. So you might think bar 3 there is a bit strange, but I'm just making sure that we make use of all of these notes as we're learning them. I don't want to kind of just skip over a note because it doesn't run in just like a parallel, you know, line. It's okay to kind of jump down octaves and stuff. Okay, so that's, you know, you can obviously hear do, re, mi, fa, so, so, fa, mi, re, do, do, re, mi, fa, so, so, fa, mi, re, do. So, you know, it's getting you used to the aural skills there of going up to the 5th, because the G, so, do, is the 5th degree of the key of C. So here we go, let's go to the A form. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. And again, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's go up to the G form. 2, 3, 4. And again, 2, 3, 4. Up to the E form. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's kind of a bit funny going up on the 1 string there, but I thought I'd include that because we do that as guitar players, don't we? And again, 3, 4. And the last one, the D form, 3, 4. Okay, there you go. There are your exercises. Not a big deal, but still, you know, if you're actually doing this, you know it's actually quite a bit of work, you know. If you're not used to knowing where the notes are and you're not used to dealing with notation. But look how far you've come in 5 weeks. Look at the chart there. You know, you should be proud of yourself if you're doing 1 lesson a week here, because if you're keeping on top of this, you're putting some graft in, and that's what music requires if you really want to understand notation and theory and all that kind of stuff. So like I always say next, to say it's about breaking the rules now. You know, we've got to turn this into music. It's not just about being, you know, having these sterile exercises and kind of really dry, you know, elements to kind of music. We need to turn it into, you know, something that sounds musical. So now we're adding in So you can see I'm just going through those little patterns. You know, if you play a C chord every now and then, it kind of really helps to put it melodically into context. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, fa, mi, re, do. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, fa, mi, re, do. Just doing double stops, so C and D, C and E, C and F, C and G. Do, re, do, mi, do, fa, do, sol. Let's go to the G form. Doing a bend, slide, hammer on, slide, tremolando, hammer-ons, repetition. Nothing like a bit of repetition. Slide. Practicing playing on one string. Throwing the fingerings out the window, it's really about. Da, 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 da. So I'm just bopping around, you know, getting into those notes. What note am I on? G. What note am I on? E. What note am I on? G. Ask yourself those questions, and then finally the D form. You can see the way, if the notes exist on the first string, they're the same on the sixth string, because they're both E's, aren't they? Okay, I'm using the whole scale there, so I'll take a step back. So we're just using C, D, E, F and G, C, D, E, F, G, C, D, E, F, G. Okay, I could go on like that all day, but I mean, there's so much music in there, and it's so, you know, you're learning to play with the major scale. Now, you've probably tried to learn the major scale a whole bunch of times before and try and make music out of it, but it's actually really hard. It's not like the pentatonic scale, which is a little bit more immediate. For some reason, you can kind of, well, there's very plain reasons why the pentatonic works. I mean, the intervals between the notes in the pentatonic are far enough apart where no note will get in each other's way. So you could play all the notes in the pentatonic at the same time, and there's no dissonance there that's going to clash. So that's why the pentatonic is really useful for improvisation. You literally can't play a wrong note. The major scale, and when you start to explore kind of modes later on, you'll find that it's not that easy all of a sudden, because there's things called avoid notes, there's available tensions, and there's notes that aren't available as a tension. So don't want to jump ahead, but I mean, like, you can hear the difference between that and playing blues and pentatonic. It's a very melodic way of playing, isn't it? Which I really enjoy mixing in with blues. And the little jams I do at the beginning, at the end, you know, I'm tending to kind of play, you know, a little bit of blues and trying to demonstrate this way of playing, where you're just playing notes, intervals from like the major scale. Okay, so last, don't want to get too heavy there, so let's chuck in a little bit of B.B. King like we do. This is one of my favourite licks from the Sweet Little Angel, and what he does, he starts out on the G. That's the G sitting on top of the stave, we know that, don't we? And then he goes, so he's on the G, he's coming down to F, and then he's playing like an E flat. We haven't covered the minor third yet, but that's what it is. And then down to the second, which is a D, and then the C, which is the root. So he's going, which is pretty much straight minor pentatonic, and then reach back for the D. Really love that lick. That should be in my blues show, really. And you never know, it might reappear and we'll explore it all over the neck. So have fun with that. You know, you're doing great if you're on top of these, so just keep chipping away. And even if you need to kind of take a week out, you know, and go back, you know, do that. These lessons will be up there for a while, so you can kind of really make the most of them. Keep it burning, and I'll see you on the next one.